Ladies and gents, and welcome to another Q8 pilot stream. It is 2100 hours local time, 1800 Zulu. Sorry for the bit of a late start there. I was looking at something actually for you guys, and it kind of the time kind of just passed by. So sorry for the delayed start here on our stream this evening. I want to welcome all of you guys. James, hello, James. Welcome aboard, my friend. Boeing Corp Mike from Logan, New Jersey. Welcome. Drishal, how are you, Drishal? Stan, how are you guys doing? Sad Elenedi, good evening to you, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us this evening. Hello, Chris. Welcome aboard. Dougal Mektavish, my friend. How are you doing? I hope you are well. Bon appetit, my friend. And we have also with us today Carl Childers. Hello, my friend. It's been a while. I hope you are well. And we have also Lord. And we have Mr. Abino. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you guys here. I have some good news for you guys today. We're going to discuss that once we are airborne on en route to Manchester. And today, of course, we are flying from London Heathrow to Manchester International Airport in the beautiful United Kingdom. Both airports today are by TaiModels, and Tai himself actually was very kind to provide me with a copy of Manchester Airport to showcase here on the channel. So I decided to fly from London Heathrow. It's a real-world Airbus route, and it's a very short route, about 40 minutes or 48 minutes of airtime, and we're going to be cruising at a final cruise altitude of 18,000 feet. Here is our flight brief for this flight today. We are departing from London Heathrow, where the weather is deteriorating, at runway 27 left through the Umlaut 1 Gulf departure through the Umlaut transition, and cruising at 18,000 feet, heading over to Manchester, where the bad weather is subsiding. As you can see here, we're arriving today in VFR conditions at Manchester at runway 23 through the Elva 1 Mike, arrival through the Elva's transition. We are flying today in no other than the beautiful IXEG 737-300 in the British Airways livery based on popular demand. I very much wanted to fly the 737 Bravo livery, but most of you selected this specific livery for our flight today. So, Allah Aruk, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Hello, Joseph Gambino. How are you doing? Flight for fun, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here with us this evening. Very, very pleased to have all of you guys here with us. Some of the older, folks on the channel, and some new names as well. So welcome aboard, guys. I hope that you enjoy the show. All right. So first thing first, we're going to hop into the beautiful cockpit here of the IXEG 737. And we are going to bring up the pre-flight menu, and we're going to go to ground services and connect the ground power unit. Excuse me. Next, we're going to go to the pre-flight, and we are going to take a look here at our sim brief plan and update everything. Today, I was kind of off to a bad start with the stream. I had my mic turned on the other way, and I was late for the stream. So, all right. So, in order to make that up, I have got to, just grease the landing today. So let's see what we can do. All right. So first thing is we are going to set our fuel. If we look here at the fuel, and everything is in kilograms. So first, let me make sure that I have everything here in kilograms. All right. So weight's in kilograms. Perfect. And then we can go to the pre-flight. Okay. So the fuel is 5.3. That's 5,300 kilograms of fuel, 5,300. So 2,150, 2,650. All right, that's close enough, I think. And we'll make sure we have the same amount of fuel here. We need slightly more. There we go. 5.6, that's fine. That's close enough. All right. And we're going to go start refueling, and that is going to refuel the aircraft. And then we're going to load the passengers. 128. I don't think the aircraft carries that much. So we'll go full load, 102 passengers. And for the cargo, we are going to have 3,200 kilos of fuel. So 300, 200. All right. So non-pax cargo. Okay, perfect. So everything here is set for our flight. We're flying a bit heavy today, and everything here is set. Perfect. We can put this away for the time being, and let's start with the pre-flight preparation. We're going to move here to the overhead panel, and let's just take a look here. Battery is on, and then the ground power is on. Right, the aircraft now has electrical power. We're going to come here and make sure everything is in order. The landing gear lever is in the down position. The fuel cutoff switches are both in idle cutoff. And let's go ahead and perform the APU fire test. All right, APU and engine fire test are complete, and the cargo fire test as well. Excellent. All right, bottle discharge checks are okay. Everything here is good. Let's cancel the master caution. We're going to turn on the electrical hydraulic pumps there, and then we're going to move all the way here to the very top. We're going to test the flight recorder. Checks okay. Mach speed warning test 1 and 2. Check okay. The stall warning test 1 and 2. Check okay. We'll set the gears to nav mode on both sides. And all right, perfect. Now we're going to go and do our flows real quick. The yaw damper can go on. And then the left after fuel pump is on for the APU. Everything here looks good. Everything here looks good. The galley power is on. And let's see here. Everything here is okay. And then moving here, we're going to put the circuit breakers and panel lights, since it's a bit gloomy here at London Heathrow this evening. Emergency lights are armed. The fasten seatbelt signs are on. And everything here is good. Window heat can go on. The pitot static heat can be turned on just right before taxi. All right, the ground test for our NTIC equipment checks okay. Equipment cooling is okay. And let's see here. The flight data recorder test checks okay as well. And we're going to set the flight altitude to 18,000 feet, our final cruise altitude for this short flight today from London Heathrow to Manchester International Airport. Okay, 18,000 is set. And we need the landing altitude. So we need to come here to our charts, and we're going to select the arrival chart, which is 23. And let's see here. All right, 257. All right, 257. 260, that's close enough. That's okay. And the position lights are on, and everything here looks good. Okay, so we can come back here, cancel the master caution, and head over to the MC. Okay, so we're going to bring up the pre-flight here again, and we'll keep it on this side. And we're also going to need Navigraph charts. So we're going to bring that to this side, and we'll leave it here for the time being. Let me set my view. There we go. Excellent. Okay, that way we can see the flight plan. Okay. All right, so we're going to go to the init page. First, actually, let's go to the very beginning, to the data page here. We're going to make sure everything is okay. The model is the 737-300. The AIRAC database is the latest 2313, expires on the January 25th, so just today. Huh. I wonder if there is an update for the from Navigraph. All right, so this expires today, and we're going to go to the position in it. We are currently at Echo Golf Lima Lima. Echo Golf Lima Lima. And that's the reference airport. We're going to go to the next page and select our GPS position and put it here. Next, we're going to go to the route. The origin is London Heathrow, and the destination is Echo Golf Charlie. Charlie. We are today British Airways flight 1390. Excellent. And okay, so I was just looking here at chat to see if there is anything that needs addressing. I really like the art look in the IXEG. I do too, Chris. It's just really, really amazing. It's just beautiful. And by the way, it's going to go under a revamp. So they are going to revamp the textures based on the interview that we've had with Tom Kyler here on the channel. So let's go to the route. Actually, let's go to departures. And we're departing 27 left today through the Omlog 1 SID. And then we can go to the route. And then, of course, we can go to let's see here. All right, so from Omlog, we're going to take Tango 418, and we're going to exit at Welland. So that's Welland. Excellent. And then Tango 420, Tango 420, and we're going to exit at Elvos. All right, that's Elvos. Perfect. Let's execute that real quick. We're going to execute that. We can go now to the arrival. And the arrival is going to be runway 23 right. So through the Elvo 1 mic. And next page, ILS 23 right. And I'm not going to select the transition. Yeah, I'm not going to select the transition. We'll just leave it there. All right. And then we're going to execute. Perfect. Next, we're going to go to the route. Let's go to the legs page and let's take a look here. I'm just going to select the center fix, and we might do, a steep descent as we approach the airport, but that's okay. We'll be able to manage, hopefully, if the winds are not too crazy like they were a few days ago. So that's good here. Okay, so now we can put the information here for the performance initialization. All right, so if we go to the pre-flight, now the nice thing is in the electronic flight bag, it summarizes everything for you as it needs to be entered into the FMC, so you don't have to fiddle about rounding these numbers. So very, very quickly here, zero fuel is 47.9. 47.9 for the zero fuel. That is going to update the flight plan, the gross weight. We're going to put 2 for reserves, and the cost index is, let's see here, the cost index is 35. 35 is the cost index, and the cruise altitude is 18,000 feet. So let's put 18,000 here. The cruise winds are 258.78, 258.78, and that is done. And then the ESA temperature is +5. Okay, so 5 for the ESA temperature. There we go. Transition altitude today is 5,000 feet out of London Heathrow. A few restrictions along the way. 90% explained 12. Yeah. It is shaping to be a great year for flight sim enthusiasts. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I have some good news for you guys. There is an aircraft, the Duchess 76 by Just Flight, is releasing very soon for X-Plane 12. And the guys over at Just Flight have provided me with a copy of the aircraft to showcase on the channel. So that is coming very soon. All right, let's go ahead and execute, and then we're going to go to the thrust limit. Leave this here, just so we can derate the takeoff. That's okay. And then we're going to go to the takeoff page here, and the center of gravity is going to be 22.9, 22.9. I'm getting this number here, by the way, folks. So that gives us a trim of 4.1. And sure enough, as soon as you update your CG, you get the proper trim, which is 4.1. V1 134, V rotate 136, and V2 is 144. And we are through. Okay, perfect. So everything's good here. Let's set our trim to 4.1. Right, 4.1 is now set. I have the Duchess time in real life. Oh, really, Carl? Well, you know, Carl, that is going to be very, very cool, because then we have a real world pilot who is who's got the aircraft in real life. So who's flown the aircraft in real life. So you'll be able to give us the you know, real world perspective or real world insight on what are we going to take a look at in just a few days. Okay, so here we are. Everything is set here, and all is good. So 144 for V2. We're going to set 144 here. 144. I just downloaded, by the way, also the latest version of Better Pushback, which has been released and available on the X-Plane.org. We're going to set our altitude to 18,000 feet. Ooh, look at that, guys. The queen of the skies. All right, so 18,000 here. Look at that, 747 just taken off there. Very, very nice. The beautiful rendition, by the way, of TaiModels of London Heathrow. Very well optimized for performance as well. Flight directors can go on both sides. The auto brake to reject takeoff. Let's go ahead and start the APU. All right, APU is now starting, and we can turn on the beacon lights on. All right, so anti-collisions light. We have alignment. We're going to come here and set this to the map. Excellent. Map is set, and we need the altimeter. So the current weather conditions here at London Heathrow is not very good. IFR conditions, London Heathrow, 210, 14 knot wind. Gee, overcast at 900 feet. AGL, current temperature is 13, and the QNH is 1014. Perfect. 1014 is now set. And we'll do it on the first officer's side as well. 1014 is now set. All right, and we can test the oxygen. All right, checks okay on the captain's side and first officer's side. We'll set the second FMC on the climb page, and we're good to go. What I like about TaiModels is they are very well detailed, but don't hammer my system FPS. That is exactly right, and this is exactly one of the things I really, really like about TaiModels. They create very detailed aircraft, very detailed airports, and they visually look stunning both during daylight, during nighttime, and the FPS is simply outstanding. Even if you have a low-end machine, you can still run TaiModel airports with reasonable performance. All right, so here we have the EGT is good here, so we can set this on the APU. We're going to turn off the engine bleeds and turn on the APU bleed. We'll leave the pack off here. Temperature is okay. Recirc fans are on. And let's see here. Everything here looks good to me. Excellent. All right, we are good to push back. So let's turn on the rest of the fuel pumps here. And we are good to go, ladies and gents. Let's call the Better Pushback truck. Better Pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
All right, the tow's driving up. I'm not sure exactly where he's going to come from. But if you look here, there's a dip. So very convenient in the sim that the tow truck can just pass through and come right straight to us. He's thinking about what he needs to do now. And yeah, we'll just see him pop into view right now. So that's all right. Again, here's while the pushback truck is connecting, just look at how beautiful London Heathrow is with all the details there. Again, the signage, the little buildings there, just everything is done to a very, very high standard by TaiModels here of London Heathrow. All right, we're going to come here to the ground services. We're going to disconnect
all doors and hatches
the
are closed.
GPU.
Ready to connect.
All right, we're ready to connect, and you know what? Let's take a quick look here at the flight. We are at London Heathrow, and let's take a look at the information here. We're going to go to comms, and we're going to select clearance delivery. No, we're going to go ahead and select tower at 118.505. All right, 118.505. There we go. Okay. We are in tip-top shape.
Connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Yeah, I do like the British accents as well. It's pretty cool, isn't it? All right, let's go ahead and release the parking brake.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
And we have clearance to start our engines. We're going to come here to engine number 2, set it on ground, and watch the engines now start spooling. There you go.
Ryanair 17 Tango Lima, the wind 120 degrees, 11 knots, runway 10, clear to land.
Carolina 10, Ryanair 17 Tango Lima.
All right, and fuel. Check out those sounds. Why are the sounds not, all right, we'll just do it here. There we go. Ah, that's not what I wanted to do. Master sound. There we go. All right, now we can hear the sounds a little better. Captain Price. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Good evening, Thomas. How are you doing, my friend? Welcome aboard. All right, we have a good start on engine number 2. Let's start engine number 1. I love the IXEG 737. Just really very well developed aircraft. And it stood the test of time with all versions of X-Plane. Just really, really very glad that it has been updated for use in X-Plane 12. All right. Engine number 1, fuel coming up. Check out those sounds. One of the best sound sets ever developed, I think, for an aircraft in X-Plane is that of the IXEG 737. Sim Lover, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard from Qatar. Hello. Welcome aboard, my friend. I was in Qatar not very long ago. What a beautiful country and beautiful people in the state of Qatar. I really, really enjoyed my time there with my son. All right, we have a good start on both engines. Gens, check out the sounds, are just phenomenal. All right, engine selectors to continuous.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
All right, parking brake is set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
All righty, and we'll go bleed, APU bleed off. Engine bleeds are on, packs to auto, and the isolation valve is on auto as well. Excellent. We're going to reset this here. We're going to turn on the pitot static. We're going to turn off the APU. All right, APU is off. Perfect. Next, all right, let's disconnect here. We're going to set flaps to flaps 5. All right, flaps 5 is set. Check out the flaps, guys.
Cell is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
The IXEG is really tempting me these days, but I still have to learn my new Hotstart 650. All right, there we go. The pushback truck is away. It looks like they've updated the art there for some of the pushback trucks. Just look at this cockpit, guys. Just really, really a very, very nice cockpit. It looks very believable. It's very, very immersive and very realistic looking cockpit. One of the best, really. All right. Weather radar is on. Terrain is on. We'll leave the terrain here. And everything's looking good. Flaps are set, and we are good to go. Okay, let's turn on the taxi lights. Taxi lights are on, and we are good. Let me reset my view. Parking brake is released, and off we go. Again, the sounds are just really, really very well done on this aircraft. Right, we're going to start the clock here. Can call by sound after already seeing some good memory games. Hey Q8, does the bathroom work in this plane like the Q4XP? No, it does not. Well, I don't know. You know what? We'll check it out. We'll check it out once we are airborne. Once we are at cruise altitude, we'll check it out. But I don't think so. Not to the best of my recollection. Pilot 1432, welcome aboard, my friend. Look at those beautiful engines.
Target A1 airliner, Tango Kilos, island 108 miles. 29 Tango Kilo, good day.
All right, and that's the iconic Concorde sitting there, which is, by the way, still there at London Heathrow. Old as this add-on is, it is still some of the very best sounds. Yes, absolutely doable. I couldn't agree more. The sounds are just outstanding on the IXEG 737. Really, one of the best aircraft made for flight sim. All right, here's our turn for 27 left.
096 Roger, line up and wait on runway 28.
Alrighty. There we go. Beautiful wing view as well. Alright, here's the hold short, runway ahead, landing lights are on, and the strobe lights are on. Auto throttle armed. Alright, now for the IXEG, the toga button is located here. Let me show you just very quickly for those of you who are new to the aircraft. That's the toga button right there. So it's a bit in a in an awkward spot, but yeah, that's where it's located. All right, let's give it some power here, and let's depart London Heathrow. Look at how the lights are extended. Here, that's really, really cool. I mean, this attention to detail is commendable, really. All right, here's our turn. Let's line up. We're good to go. We'll go to 40%. And then we're going to hit the toga button. There we go. Airspeed alive. 80 knots. 100 knots. V1. Rotate. Partial rate climb. Gears going up. Woo. That's what happens when you're looking for the flyby camera. Check out those sounds though. All right. Let's concentrate on the flight here, yeah? Shall we? All right. All right, 1,000 feet. VNAV, LNAV, Command A. Right. Landing gear is off. Hey, Alexander, how are you doing, my friend? Hello there, Gorluck. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here. As the kids say, check ITT. Yeah. Passenger door closed. Yeah, it's not a 737 MAX, so... All right, 18,000. Looks like we're going through some heavy clouds here. I'm going to go ahead and turn on our wing and engine NTIs. It was pretty close, Simlover, without a doubt. All right, FMC message. Yeah, okay. 3,000. Let's retract the flaps. Right, and as we come off the clouds, we can turn off the engine NTIs there and continue the climb. Right, we're approaching 5,000 feet. We're going to set Barrow to standard. 1013 is set and cross-checked. All right, perfect. Hey, IFR Captain, welcome aboard. How are you doing, my friend? I don't know if you guys have seen the latest video from Beyond ATC. Those guys are just brilliant, and the amount of work and effort that's put into their add-on is truly, truly commendable. I really am very excited about it, and it seems to work in very close proximity to real life as far as ATC is concerned. They've had a showcase of the work that they've done thus far, and it is just amazing what they've done with Beyond ATC. Yeah, very, very promising product. The other piece of news that seems to have received a lot of exposure and lots of drama, and I just don't get it. I just don't really get it, but reading the comments on the recent announcements from Aerosoft that they're delaying the release of their A330 and it's probably going to be shipped with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 has received just an enormous amount of bad publicity for Aerosoft. And in fact, I've seen some content creators create specific videos on the topic. Now, normally something like this I'll just cover here on I'll cover casually on the stream. It is, to me, it's not something that is worthy of this much exposure, to be honest. there are a lot of things that are associated with the development. We know that their lead developer has left. They know that they've had issues with the aircraft. And I'll tell you guys, they're damn if they do, they're damn if they don't. If they release the aircraft and it's got issues and it's got
All stations, London Heathrow,
major
QNH 1012.
that need fixing, then everyone is going to go really hard. Oh, your add-on is not good. It's got this is wrong, this is bad, this is broken. And if they delay the release, then just the comments were very, very harsh, very harsh. And I was putting myself in the shoes of someone on the development team reading through these comments. I mean, it would just be devastating for, a developer on the Airsoft team to read the comments that the community has written. So, advantages so much. I would rather have a delayed finished product. Absolutely. I would prefer the same finished product rather than a buggy mess. Is one of the best real modeling, and it is a very good add-on. Yes. Hello, good evening, Philip. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here. So honestly, I think it's best that they delayed it. It means that the product. I completely agree with you, Trishal. So when I read through the comments on the Airsoft store, Airsoft Twitter account, it reminded me of how toxic our community is at times, and it is just I just don't get why people are so harsh, and they just, enough said on that. Hey, let's be big boys, right? It's going to be delayed, and that's it. And there is nothing that's going to change that. It will be delayed, and that is the decision of Airsoft, and that's it. It's not like they put it on early access and taking your money and haven't delivered anything. So your money is still in your pocket. So I just wish that people would be a little more considerate for the developers and I'll switch this thing. So bothering the ATC. Let me right there. Okay, perfect. Lone Sparrow 67, welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here. Completely agree with you there, Lone Sparrow. Absolutely. All right, here is the IXEG 737 in all its glory in X-Plane 12, and look at those beautiful clouds with nothing other than Active Sky, XB, and X-Plane default. Everything is default in this stream today, so we're not using anything other than Active Sky and X-Plane default. Yeah, looks pretty good, huh? Yeah, look at this wing view here. There we go. Very nice. All right, 3,000, about 2,000 feet to go. 3,000, no, 2,000. 2,000 feet until cruise altitude, and then we'll start configuring the aircraft for arrival. But I'd certainly rather they delay than release. Yeah, I am basing my experience on the Rotate MD-11. Hello, the Rotate MD-11. I'm going to stream it either on Thursday or on Saturday, depending on how well I get acquainted with the Duchess 76 by Just Flight for X-Plane 12, which is releasing very, very soon. So I'd like to cover that aircraft. I'm actually itching to go and try it out now. It's just a brilliant aircraft, and Just Flight is an excellent developer. So I'm quite itching to go and try it out and bring it to you guys in the live stream. So we'll see. I do have a flight planned on the MD-11. It's going to be from San Francisco to the brand new airport released by, I believe, Vertical Sim of Ontario International in California. So that is the flight that we're going to do in the MD-11. So I do have that scheduled for you guys, and we will be doing a flight in the MD-11 either Thursday or Saturday, depending on whether I do the Duchess 76 on Thursday or Saturday. So we'll see about that. Cockpit looks really, really good, Alexander. Yeah. Q8, are you running RC5? RC5. I'm running, yeah, Chris, I'm running the latest version of X-Plane 1209. That is correct, yes. Which is now, by the way, public. So it is a public release now. Look at those clouds, guys. Looks pretty good, huh? I mean, X-Plane is really starting to look very nice. Here, take a look at that. The only thing Laminar needs to work on is the aliasing. That is something they really need to work on. Yeah, it looks really, really nice. All right, so we are about 37 nautical miles from top of descent, so very, very short flight again today. Sam, we call it Ontario. Okay, gotcha. Hello, David Trader. Welcome aboard. I'm currently in Slough, England, in the Premier Inn. My sim is 2 hours away. Pretty plain. The clouds don't look as good as in NSFS. They don't look as good as in NSFS. But they look all right to me as far as I'm concerned. I mean, this is good enough, to be honest. Yeah. All right, let's set up 32 nautical miles. So we're going to come here, and we're going to note the ILS frequency, which is 109.5. Let's see here. 109.5 is set. 109.5 is set and cross-checked. And then we're going to take the course, which is 232. Let's see here, 232, and 232 on this side as well. 232. Excellent. And the speed, we're going to do flaps 30. It's a long, very nice and long runway at Maxter, runway 23 right, is sufficient. So we're going to do flaps 30. And we're going to add 5 knots to 139. That gives us 144. Let's see, 144. All right, 144 is set. So the approach speed is set, and all's looking good. Let's take a quick look here at our flight plan. We do have so from Dane, we're going to go to the center fix, and from the center fix to the final fix, and then to runway 23 right. Okay, perfect. So the platform altitude is 3,500 feet. So let's go ahead and set the altitude there. 3,500 is now set. And we are ready to descend towards Manchester in just a little bit. Hello, Diego. Welcome aboard, my friend. Have you tried the A300 by any? Yes, of course. I've tried it both in X-Plane and I've done a release video, full review video. Full review stream, beg your pardon, when the aircraft first came out. Yeah, I think it has received an update recently, so we will be revisiting that aircraft. But I have a few more things to cover for you guys. So during the weekend, I'm going to be working on a full review of Thrustmaster's Boeing yoke. Now, this yoke is a yoke that I've had a lot of time with at FS Expo 2023. And I remember Stan and I were, explaining to people all about the yoke and, just playing around with it. and it is by far one of the best flight yokes available for flight simming, but I'm going to tell you why during the full review video, which is going to include the unboxing, and we're going to be taking a look at the product in some detail, and then of course we're going to take a look at its setup in Microsoft Flight Sim and in X-Plane, and I will give you my honest opinion about the product and what I like and what I do not like about it. Okay. Boeing Yoke is great. I'm using it now and I love it so much. Quality is great, and the heavy feel is really nice. Yep. The VHHH one was worth it. Maybe I'm just biased. No, hello. You're not. I don't think that you're biased. I think sound. I had to hear. Oh, is it really, Stan? Okay, no worries. That we can fix. We can go to preference. And we can go to the cockpit master sound. There we go. We'll take it down to 3. There. Is that better, Stan? I don't really use Active Sky, but I have been having some really nice stock X-Plane 12 clouds lately. Yeah, the clouds are definitely very good in X-Plane. Yeah. The default clouds in X-Plane are not bad, to be honest. The only thing, my only problem with the default clouds is you get those areas sometimes where it looks like shaving foam, and to me it just really breaks the immersion. So all right, we're very close to top of descent here. We're looking, all right, one thing we need to set, let me check here. All right, well, let me... all's good here. Okay. All right, all's good here. Okay, perfect. So I think we're going to begin the descent shortly. That's the top of descent. We are approximately 2.8 nautical miles, 1.7, beg your pardon, nautical miles from top of descent. So we're going to begin the descent shortly. Just look at this beautiful view here of the IXEG 737 in the X-Plane world as we continue our flight to Manchester. In the UK, here's the top of descent. You can see the aircraft has begun now the descent. Looks like it wants us to use a little bit of drag, which we can. There we go. Hello there, Sachin. How are you, my friend? Welcome aboard. I'm glad Laminar has committed themselves to fixing the Minecraft clouds effect. Yes, they have promised this in 12.1, which is going to bring a host of improvements in graphics. 12.1 is going to be all about graphics. So I'm really excited to see what they're gonna, what they are going to, bring to the sim in the next version. It leaves me just, it raises my curiosity level, and I really I'm really just want to know what is going to change and how the sim is going to look. In terms of performance, though, I must say that the performance has been outstanding in this version of X-Plane in terms of the FPS, and just no stuttering, very, very smooth experience. So I'm quite happy with where the performance is at today. You have good cloud and bad cloud days in X-Plane. It's like breathing. Yeah, I agree with you there, Chris. Sometimes, but you'll get less bad days with Active Sky. By the way, if you want me to change the weather and go to X-Plane, I'm more than happy to do that. Just for you've seen how Active Sky looks, and I'm more than happy to turn it off and go to live weather using X-Plane. Just for you guys to see the difference. If that's what you want me to do, I'm more than happy to do that. Just let me know in chat. How to get free airports in X-Plane 12? Well, you can go to the X-Plane org forum, and there is a ton of free airports there that you can download. Right, 13,000, we're looking good. The transition altitude, as you can see here, we're getting very, very close now to the airport. The altimeter. Let's check the weather conditions real quick at our arrival airport, Manchester. The weather is, oof, look at this. 200 degrees, 12 knot wind, gusting to 22, scattered at 2400, and yeah, that's going to be rough. That is going to be a very, very rough landing, ladies and gents. Altimeter is 1003. Current temperature is 14 Celsius. So yeah, this is going to be no easy landing at Manchester. Are you using Vulcan? Yes, sir. Or yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. Sabrina. Yeah, we are using Vulcan. I don't think there is an option to use OpenGL in the latest version, Sabrina. I'm not sure, but I think that you're unable to use OpenGL anymore. You know what? Let me check. If we go to graphics, yeah, so you don't have the option to disable Vulkan anymore. So, yeah. You're most welcome. Right, that's 11,000. And we are, the aircraft is just reducing the speed here. And we might need to accelerate our descent. Right, so what is it saying now? Drag is required. All right, let me just go here. And, all right, let me just push this here. It'll help the aircraft decelerate while we descend to 3,500 feet. 10,000. All right, landing lights are on. We're going to turn on the runway turn-off lights. We're going to set the engine mode selectors to continuous, and we can. Let's see here. We'll leave the speed brake armed. Let's go to auto brake. We're going to set auto brake to number 2. Trishal just gifted 1 membership here at the Q8 Pilot channel. Thank you very, very much, Trishal, for your support, sir. Appreciate it. Very kind of you. Small gift from yesterday. Well, thank you very much, Trishal. That's very kind of you, sir. I appreciate it. All right, here we go. 9,000 to 3,500 feet. And let's arm the speed brake. Speed brake is armed. All right, I am going to do the following. I'm going to go to VS and I'm going to increase our rate of descent to 2,000 feet. And I'm going to reduce the speed here to 180 knots as we approach approach Manchester. That should help us decelerate and descent a little faster. Thank you again, Drishal. I really appreciate it, my friend. Take care, Sachin. Hello, Mr. Varma. Welcome aboard. Got the Thrustmaster TCA Quadrant Boeing Edition 2 days ago, and it's amazing. Quality is not cheap. Some people were saying it's not good, but it's amazing. You know what? I totally agree with you. I've heard when I did the short on the channel, a lot of people said, oh, the quality's not good. It's, you know, it's bad. It's this, it's that. I mean, there are some shortcomings with it. I would have preferred, you know, the reversers to be on an axis rather than just a switch. But Overall, the quality is actually very good. I do like the throttles very much. They have a nice feel to them. So yeah, I do like the TCA throttle quadrant. All right, here we go, 6,000. We're approaching the transition altitude. There's some clouds here, some cloud cover there. So 1003 is the barrow. So let's go ahead and set that 1003. Beautiful. And the same thing here on this side. 1003. Come on. All right, 1003. All right, perfect. We'll keep the rate of descent. Actually, we can reduce it a little bit now. We can go to maybe 1,400 feet and start reducing our speed. We're going to set the heading as well. All right, perfect. 4,900. Looks like it's going to be very rough. The weather in Navigraph did not indicate any precipitation, but apparently there is some rain here as we arrive into Manchester. Maybe it just started now. If anyone is from Manchester, they can let us know. So very much looking forward to getting my mini FCP. Is it the FCU? Mini FCU, right? By Mini Cockpits. Yeah. Yeah, correct, Mr. Varma. The spoilers, the flap levers, the auto throttle disconnect button, the heading, ISMAC, altitude, knob selector, everything works exactly as it should. All right, perfect. We are at 3,500 feet. The speed is, we're going to decrease the speed now to 180 knots. Let's go ahead and decrease the range here as well to, there we go. We can see this now more clearly. As we arrive into Manchester, the speed, all right, we can go ahead and go to flaps 1. So let's do that, flaps 1. And we're going to go to flaps 5. As we intercept the localizer, we're going to go ahead and click here on the approach. Approach is selected, and we're going to leave this at 180 knots until the glide slope is active. And we're going to maintain 180 knots and 3,500 feet. It's going to be rough, guys. It's going to be rough, as you can see. You know, lately, all the landings that I've done have been very, very challenging. With the TOLUS A320neo, with the Boeing 747, and now today with the IXEG, all of them have been just really, really very challenging landings.
2,500.
All right, if we look here out the window, we can see the ground. So that is a good indicator that at least we're going to be able to have a visual, hopefully, on the runway. The IXEG 737, I do not believe that it has an auto-land capability. But we might put it to the test today, we'll see. But so far, I think we will be able to establish a visual with the runway. Welcome aboard, Mud Hippo. Welcome, my friend. Glad to have you here as a member of the QA Pilot family. Yeah, the yellow color is a killer in X-Plane. It just really ruins everything, doesn't it? All right, we can see the glide slope needle moving down, so we are going to reduce the speed now to 160 knots. We're going to select gear down, and we're going to go to flaps 15. There we go. What happened to the approach? Why is the glide slope not doing what it's supposed to do? Right, here's the turn. I can't see a thing, and I'm not sure why we've lost the glide slope. All right. It looks like it's going to be a go-around, guys. All right. I am going to go around because this just does not look like a stable approach. So let's go ahead and let's see here. Where's my? All right. Yeah, that does not look like. All right. Let's go to. Let's just abort this approach, and we're gonna make the turn and come back again, because this does not look like it's a stable approach at all. So we're just going to come back to it. Okay. I'm going to maintain 160 knots. We'll leave the landing gear down, and we're just going to go make a turn, and we'll attempt the arrival again, because this just does not look like it's going to be a stable landing. So we'll just you know, change course here and make a turn and make another attempt at the airport. The weather is quite. I was hoping for much better weather, but it looks like things are not that good. A go around is visual. You're doing a missed. Oh, you're intercepted at a too steep angle. Now your ILS is locked on the opposite side. Gotcha. Thank you very much, Captain. All right. Let's see here. Where's my heading knob? There we go. Right. We'll just go back. And we'll make a turn back at the center, just after the center fix, and we'll make the turn again and come back. The weather is absolutely dreadful. Yeah, just really bad. All right, let me set this back to, we'll set this to 3,000 vertical speed. Let me descend to about 500 feet per minute. There we go. Excellent. Hello, Diego. Welcome aboard, my friend. Passengers are scared. Don't we have Cat 4? All right, we're back again, and we're looking good. Gee, this weather is. I want to avoid. I want to avoid the bad weather ahead. So 3,000. Okay. I think we are okay. We're almost at 3,500 feet. So we can now turn on. We can turn back to heading towards the airport, and we'll have the approach. Let me just make sure we engage the approach here again. Okay. I kind of forgot what was our altitude alert. Yeah, I forgot what was our speed. 144. Okay, 144. Excellent. Man, the weather is very, very bad. I'm not sure what it's doing now, but it doesn't seem like it's turning. So let's go to heading mode. The aircraft isn't turning, is it? See that? Let's remove that. Very, very strange behavior, but that's okay. We'll use heading select. We'll get back on the course 232. So let me set the heading to 232. No, that's fine. Let's leave the heading here. That's okay. But I'm going to reduce our speed. I'm going to go to 150 knots, and I'm going to go to flaps 25. There we go, flaps 25. Okay, so now I'm going to, let's see here. Let's direct to the final fix. Okay, approach. Let's see if that works. X-Plane is my favorite sim, but the Airfly FS4 did impress me with the complex systems. I enjoy both. Well, I'm glad that you enjoy Airfly FS. Yeah. The weather is very, very bad, I have to say, and the visibility is almost none. But we're okay so far. Alright, our lock approach is activated, and let's see now if we can get this aircraft on the ground all in one piece, hopefully. It's definitely struggling to battle the wind, as you can see. Okay, let's go to our final speed here to 144, and we're gonna go flaps There, flaps 30. All right, we are descending now towards the runway. The glide slope and localizer are looking good. Hey, Wycliffe Barrett, welcome aboard, my friend. Pilot Red Eye, welcome aboard.
2500.
All right, we are looking good now, and but I can't say that I can actually see anything. But we are on the glide slope, slightly off the localizer. We are at the final approach speed of 144 knots. I'm going to set my throttle here to the right spot. There we go. And we are clear to land. All right, we can barely see the ground now, so hopefully, all right, I think I have a visual. I see some lights ahead of me, but the fog isn't helping, the rain isn't helping, and this the sun is right into my eyes, so that is not helping either. But we're looking all right. Let's take a look here. Guys, look at this approach. Oh yeah. X-plane rocks. All right, I have a visual on the runway now. I can see the runway without a doubt. You know what, guys? I'm going to disconnect the autopilot. What are we, about 12:20? I'm going to just go ahead and disconnect the autopilot and hand fly the aircraft. All right, my aircraft. Wow, look at this wind. Gusting winds again all over the place. And I will disconnect the auto throttle in just a little bit here. We trim the aircraft for landing. But it's very obvious that it's going to be rough. All right, looking good. The wind is so strong. All right, here we go. Let's make it stable.
400.
All right, the throttle off.
300. Minimum. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
And reverse. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Manchester International Airport in the United Kingdom. All right. exit here. Wow. I am tempted to do a replay, but I think I'm going to turn off active sky before we do that. So let me turn it off, and let's attempt to do the replay. If it doesn't work, we can always come back and turn the sim back on. But hopefully it works. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. All right. Let's take a look here. And just look at this approach, ladies and gents. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you, Saad. Appreciate it, my friend. All right, let's do one more. Considering the circumstances, this was a very firm landing, and it was slightly an intentional firm landing because I did not want the aircraft to veer off to either direction. So it is recommended actually that you make your landings firm when the weather conditions are, when it's rain and when the weathers are adverse conditions like this. So yeah, that was pretty cool, huh? Look at the IXEG 737. Woohoo! Beautiful. Check out the sound. Guys, X-Plane is beautiful. I've got to say that. All right, we're going to do it one more time with the wing view. All right, there we go. What's up with the glass there? Those are the raindrops. Did you see that wing flex? That's pretty cool. All right. Okay, let's head back to the terminal. And we can clean up, so let's retract the flaps. Auto brake off. Landing lights off. Runway turn off lights off. Taxi lights can remain on. All right, perfect. Let's go and start the APU. And strobe lights can go off. Brilliant. Check out the lights as well. The interior lights in the cockpit there are very nice. Thank you, Alexander. What was the wind conditions? Sabrina, the wind conditions were 200 degrees, 12 knot wind gusting to 22, and it just now changed to 15 knot wind. But when we were on arrival, it was 12 knot gusting 22. And that for that reason, you saw the aircraft going left, right, and center. Navy landing, the way to go in those winds. Absolutely, absolutely doable. It was a lot of fun. Very nice rendition of Manchester Airport here in X-Plane 12. We'll change the weather in just a bit here to take a closer look at the airport. And we can also retract the speed brakes. Notice the, let me just hit the brakes a little bit. Notice when I turn the nose wheel, look at the light, it follows. That's really, really cool. And by the way, it does have the wipers. Where's the wiper? There's the wipers. There you go. We can use them now to make the just remove this here real quick. And here's stand 44. We're going to go ahead and park the aircraft here. We're going to turn off the taxi lights so that we don't blind whoever is there to help us park. Normally there's a marshaller there, but I don't see one today. Because we have the automated... Alright, let's take a look here. Alright, perfect. Set the parking brake. And we can now turn off the wiper and park it. Excellent. And next we can turn on the APU bleed and turn off the engines, engine 1 and engine 2. And there you have it. Anti-collision lights off. And we are now on the APU. And there comes the jetway. They're connecting to the aircraft. Thank you very much, Carl. I'm very glad that you enjoyed it. Damn, we landed on Mars. All right. So we want to now take a quick look here at TaiModels' rendition of Manchester, which, by the way, I think is done to a very high standard. But in order to do this, I'm going to come here and we can save a few clouds. And we're going to apply that. And I'm going to change the time. We'll take a look at the nighttime rendition as well. But first, let's take a look here at the airport. Now, one of the nice things about TaiModels is that he always includes a larger amount of ortho photos around the airport, simply because when you're coming to land, so when you're coming this way here, for example, you see this whole area, it starts here. So when you are actually on the final approach here, just about to land, all the area that surrounds the airport, he takes the time to create ortho photos. And I think this is very, very important, especially in X-Plane 12, just so that the immersion is not broken, even if you're using default scenery. But at least when you arrive at a lower altitude, you want to be able to see some nice ortho photos. So that's one of the things I really admire about TaiModels. Now, if we move to the actual airport here, you can see that the placement of the buildings is done to a very high degree of accuracy. Again, comparing this to real-world footage of the airport, I have been once to the airport some time back, so I don't quite remember it very, very well. But according to the footage, according to the airport layout that I've seen, this is, is done to a very high degree of accuracy. Maybe Drishal or somebody who lives in the UK and have been to Manchester more often than I have can probably vouch for how accurate. But overall, I do like this airport a lot. I like the custom buildings. The ground textures, as you can see here, are done, again, exactly like you see them in the actual Manchester airport. This is, by the way, you see this in the real airport, so things are not exactly great. It's not like all one piece. You do see these patches at Manchester. So I do like the airport clutter. Overall, very friendly on FPS. So if I go here, we're getting about 53 FPS here at Manchester with my settings and the IXEG 737. So all in all, I think this is a very good rendition of the airport. Again, I don't really care for interiors and things like that. I'm not sure if he has built the interiors, but it looks like he has. Yeah, look at that. I mean, he's got all the interiors modeled as well. without people, so no animated people, but he's got the entire interior of all the buildings modeled for Manchester International, which is again very, very nice. Overall, an airport that I would recommend by TaiModels, and I do want to thank him for providing me with a copy. Tai knows very well that I purchase my add-ons because that way I am not biased in reviewing them. But I think, the simple eye would just agree that this is a nice-looking airport, easy on FPS, and makes for a very immersive and fun landing. The weather in Manchester is normally, by the way, not very good. So yeah, beware if you do purchase the airport. I do also like the cargo area. I think it's been modeled very, very well. And overall, all the positions are again modeled. So yeah, overall, here's a top-down view of the airport. Again, very, very good rendition by TaiModels. Well, folks, I'm not sure if what we're going to be doing on Thursday, but it's going to be either the Duchess 76 by Just Flight, which is a preview. That is going to largely depend on how well I get to study the aircraft in the next couple of days. But it's either going to be that or it's going to be the MD-11. And so on Saturday's stream, it's going to be either one of the two, depending on which one we do stream on Thursday. Until then, I want to thank you very much for being here this evening. I want to thank TaiModel again for providing us a copy of the airport here to have fun with in X-Plane 12. Thank you very much, Trishal, for your kind membership gift. Wish you all a very pleasant evening. Until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Take care, and bye-bye for now.